Hi ho, everybody. Today we have one of my personal favorites, All or None. For T. Holly, my mom's name is Holly, David Rafferty, Jose Roman, Zach Z, I am so jealous of your initials, ZZ, and Lambus Papadakis. Are you related to Miss Poopadoop? Okay, step one. D-tune your guitar. Not tune it to D, D-E tune it. Detune it. I'm going to put the link to the how to detune your guitar video in the description because I've already done that. So go do it. I'll wait. All right. I love it when Elizabeth the Tailor gets to come out. The buying it story is pretty neat. I had an acoustic guitar that was kind of a piece of junk, and I left it in my trunk, and I didn't lock my car one night right in my own driveway. And lo and behold, the next morning I woke up and my trunk was open and my guitar was gone, and I thought in that moment, oh cool, now I get to go buy a nice guitar. So I did, and that was like 13 years ago, and this is the best thing I've ever purchased. It's a Taylor 410 CE, that stands for Cutaway Electric. It is my Channel Stone Gossard acoustic guitar. Here we go, A minor chord. There's like nothing to this, this is awesome. Okay, so A minor. Then you move your middle finger up to the E string second fret and leave everything else the same. This is, if you could envision, instead of this E2, it was the baby E2, then we would have a D7 chord, right? That's what this is. It's a D7 chord with an F sharp in the bass. Mind you, this is assuming we're in regular tuning. Everything's really a half step down if there's a piano player in the room, but I don't see any piano players in the room, so we can call it what it pretend is, which is a D7 with an F sharp in the bass. It's like the reciprocal to the better man chord, D regular with an F sharp in the bass, but we have D7 with an F sharp in the bass, very easy to get to from A minor because all you got to do is move one finger. So, thus far, we have... Notice I sort of plucked the E string, second fret first, kind of like languidly, and then strummed down it. I just love the sound of the guitar in this particular track. And then go to a baby F chord, so that's 1, 1, 2, 3. You're going to remove your middle finger and put it back. This is going to be like the best 5 minutes you spend on guitar all month. There's such bang for your buck. All right, and then D minor. And then you take your pointer finger off and pluck the open E string. And then pluck the B string. D minor is 1, G2, B3. So far we have... Then you get to go A minor, take your middle finger off the D string, pluck it, and hammer it back on. Then take your ring finger off the G string, pluck that open, and then pluck the B string. So, and then switch to your D7 with an F sharp in the bass. Do the same thing on F. And then just play D minor like a regular person. That's me playing D minor like a regular person. And that's it. That's the intro. And not only is that the intro, that's the verse too, except maybe without all the fancy stuff. And that's 5/6 of the song. The only thing left to do is the chorus, and boy is this neat. Ready? Okay, so put your middle finger on the E string third fret. That's a G. Now we're going to put our pointer finger on the D string third fret. That's an F. How do I know that's an F? D, D sharp, E, F. Practice. Go through all your chords and find out what notes are there. Every single chord you know. It'll be It'll be enlightening or confusing or both. Okay. But hopefully over time it'll become more enlightening here. Okay, so 3, then D3, then G2, and then B3. And you just kind of pluck down that weird little shape. So I got middle finger E3, ring finger D3, pointer finger G2, pinky finger B3. And then you get to do a, on the G string, open 2 open. And that's it. The neat thing about that chord is you have all kinds of time to get to it. You don't have to slam your fingers down right away. If we're coming out of the D minor, right? And you just go. Okay, so like I said, we have a G, we have an F, we have an A, and we have a D. What the heck is this chord? Let's understand it. And of course, to do that, let's bring in Miss Poopadoo. Yes, thank you, thank you. All right, the first step in an operation such as this, Spies Like Us, anybody? Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, is identify the major scale of the chord with which we are dealing. So, remember, we had a G note, an F note, an A note, and a D note, G fad. So we're dealing with obviously a G major chord, right? Not obviously from this, but just obviously because it is. All right, so we start with G. And then recall the wholes and halves of a major scale are when, would, hamsters, wield weapons, there's no H in that, with horses. Whole, half, whole, half. So, a whole step higher than G is A. A whole step higher than A is B. A half step higher than B is C, because there's no such thing as B sharp. Don't ever say B sharp. A whole step higher than C is D. A whole step higher than D is E. Whole step higher than E is not F, because there's no such thing as E sharp, so it's F sharp. And a half step higher than F sharp is G. So that's how we know we did it right. Now, this is the 1, right? Just going to use regular numbers here. F, it's not there. This is the dominant 7 or the flat 7. That makes it a G7 chord. Okay, hold on. A is the 2, but it's high up there. It's not the A right next to the G. Remember, it's on the 2nd fret of the G string. So that makes it a 9, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 1, and 9 is 2. If we were to keep going, it would be this A here is the A we're playing, and then D, that's the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chords are normally made up of roots, thirds, and fifths, so that doesn't change anything. So what we have is a G chord with a dominant 7, a flat 7, and a 9. That makes it a G9. If it didn't have the flat 7 in it, it would be called a G add 9. If it does have the flat 7 in it, it's called a G9. Back to you, Ryan. My very own kindergarten teacher. Just gets funnier every time. Anyways, that is all I have to say about all or none. Definitely let's do the solo. Who wants to do the solo? Also, this is a definite play-along possibility, but I got to get my boy Carson, who was my student forever, and now he's making his own music. This is a song that we used to do together a lot, and I was thinking I'm going to put his Instagram profile link in the description. Add him on Instagram and send him a message that says I want you to do all or none with Ryan. It'll really freak him out. Okay, that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in this lovely home for us on the YouTube. It's really the third best thing in my life, other than, of course, my mom and my girlfriend. That's all I have to say. All right, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.